What's up, guys? It's your boy James here from the King Ellie Show. I know it's been 4 long years, but don't worry, guys. Your boy is back tonight to give you guys my preview and predictions for Elimination Chamber tonight. And also give you guys my current thoughts on the product where I see tonight going towards WrestleMania. Give you guys some type of matchups I like to see going towards WrestleMania, and also give you my thoughts on other things involving wrestling right now. So let's get into it right here on the King Ellie Show. Alright, guys, let's get into these preview and predictions for Elimination Chamber tonight. As we have a pretty solid card tonight. We do have 4 matches. Again, people who don't like Triple H's 5-match show, we only got 4. But again, we do have a Rock segment, which is probably going to go, about 25 minutes. You know, The Rock got to come out and do his intro. Cody got to come out and do his intro. That's 10 minutes right there between the two of them with their intros. So that's probably going to be like a 25-minute segment. And then we got the 2 chamber matches. And we got Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia and Candice. So, I mean, pretty good show. Again, they got 31,000 people tonight for the chamber. Again, that's for Elimination Chamber, guys. 31,000 people tonight. That is crazy, in my opinion. And people say WWE is on fire. 31,000 for the chamber. They are surely on fire. So let's go ahead and get some of these topics before we do the preview predictions. Some of these things where I want to address, because again, it's been 4 years, guys. So a big thing in the community right now is Triple H's 5-match format. Now, tonight we only got 4 matches, but again, Rock and Cody probably going to take up 30 minutes. So I don't mind the 5-match format. I do get people's concerns with saying, okay, it's been how long since we had tag team titles on the show? The Rumble was the first time since Mania, okay? I get that. But the one thing I do agree, Triple H does build up the main eventers better than the mid-card and the tag team. So those things he does need to address and fix, in my opinion. He's trying with the SmackDown side. That was a little impressive last night with the whole, he had Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, Pretty Deadly. Again, I think it's going to probably be a Mania match, probably a ladder match. But there are some things he does need to address, but again, he's great at the main event level. Again, some things he does need to address, but I don't mind the 5-match format, but I would like to see some rotation. Okay, like for example, Rhea's not on the show tonight. Rhea hasn't defended her belt since Saturday Night Live against Nia Jax, and then she defended against EO, which I have no problem with that. I get people saying, "Oh, why isn't EO versus Rhea on the show tonight?" Again, let's see what happens on Monday. We'll circle back to that on the Monday Night Raw review if there's some issue with the EO Rhea debate. I do get people want Rhea to defend her belt more, but again, we're this close to WrestleMania. There's no point of putting her out there and get chance of getting injured, all right, when we're this close to Mania. So Rhea debate after Mania, I would like to see her up her in-ring activity more because, again, you're this close to Mania. Cody's not wrestling tonight. You're this close to Mania. Roman's not wrestling tonight. Again, you're this close to Mania. Let's get the key players there. I get that strategy why Rhea's not wrestling. All right. As far as we're getting ready to touch the tag team, the mid-card belts for the women. We do need some more activity in that. In my end, we need more of these lower-level people built up more. Zelina Vega had a video package last week. We need more of that. Chelsea's facing Michin in a street fight. Could you have thrown that on the show tonight? Again, that's for SmackDown next week. You could have thrown that on the card tonight, in my opinion. No, but again, we have the Rock segment. Lyra Valkyria. She's a great in-ring performer. She's starting to connect more with the crowd, so we need some more out of that. I know there's some people who are like, oh, Dakota should have won. It's her first reign. Let Lyra get a couple more months. I don't know if she's going to face Becky. I'll give you some more thoughts on that. But let Lyra run with a little bit longer. We'll see what happens. Again, let the first reign go for at least to Mania. I get some people saying, oh, Triple H draws out these long title reigns. Oh, it should be 2 months, not 6-8 months. We get that, people. Let's see where the story is going first before we get on that. But the mid-card belts for the women's, let's get some more feuds. We need some more feuds. We need some more people built up to connect more with the crowd. So we'll see what happens with Chelsea next week. and Lyra Valkyria in her future WrestleMania plans. I'll give you guys in a minute. Alright, so let's look at this card. Let's knock out some of these predictions. I don't want to keep you guys here too long. So let's knock out some of these predictions. Let's go with how I think the show is going to start, which will be the Women's Chamber. In my opinion, the Women's Chamber will kick off the show. We got Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Naomi, Liv Morgan, Bayley, and Roxanne Perez. Alright, guys. I'm going to knock out each person's road to WrestleMania for you, and I'll give you my predictions. Alexa Bliss, I do not see Alexa Bliss winning here because I think her and Nikki Cross will probably... we got 7 weeks to WrestleMania? I think that's enough time to get Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross back into a tag team way, which I could see them probably facing Liv Morgan and Raquel, which will eliminate Liv Morgan. I don't see her winning. She just won the tag team titles. So again, I think Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez could be a Mania match with a couple other women, thrown in there, which probably will happen. Roxanne Perez. Funny thing enough, guys, she was my pick a couple weeks ago until they took the belt off of Bianca. I was like, you know what? Triple H loves to do some of this shock factor. I was like, let's go ahead and throw Roxanne a bone. Upstart from NXT, had one of the longest reigns of NXT Women's Champions. Let's go ahead and throw Roxanne there against Rhea. I was going to think maybe do Rhea versus Io on Raw, which is going to happen. Maybe Roxanne interferes, could make it a triple threat match. But after Liv Morgan lost her belt, after Bianca lost her belt, we're going to scrap Roxanne too. So we're going to scrap Roxanne, Alexa Bliss, and Bayley, in my opinion. I know I've seen some recent people saying Bayley could win because Rhea she's already beaten Charlotte. She's beaten Becky last year. Maybe throw Bayley at her this year. This feud with Roxanne's been going on for a little bit, but do I see them giving Roxanne and Bayley a solo match at Mania? I don't see how you leave Bayley off the card. She's one of your biggest female performers. So I don't know how you leave Bayley off of WrestleMania. It's just tough to me seeing Triple H already going to give out. You're probably going to have, 4 women's matches. You're going to throw Bayley in there versus Roxanne? We'll see, man. I think Triple H will do something with Roxanne and Bayley. They'll have their own little feud going to Mania. Maybe they get thrown into an IC multi-man match. We'll see. But Roxanne and Bayley scrapped. Now, this comes down between Bianca and Naomi. Now, I don't see Naomi facing Rhea, so you can see who my winner is. I think Naomi is the one who attacked Jade Cargill. I think Jade comes back. Do I see Jade coming back tonight? I can see Triple H saving Jade, attacking Naomi on SmackDown. So I'm going to go with Bianca pins. Who's the last two? I think last two will be Bianca and Naomi. Bianca and Liv Morgan will be the final two tonight in the chamber. And I see Bianca pinning Liv Morgan. And I see Bianca goes on to face Rhea at WrestleMania. Would that be a triple threat match with Io? Or would that be a solo match? But I'm going with Bianca. Again, Bianca's been doing the tag team division for this whole last year. It's time for her to break back out into that singles role. Now, a lot of pushback on Bianca winning. It's like, oh, it's 7 weeks enough time to build Bianca and Rhea. It's not enough time, and they won't main event WrestleMania Night 1. Guys, Rhea versus Bianca is one of the biggest matches of all time. For example, go back in WrestleMania history, guys. Kurt Angle versus HBK. WrestleMania 21 was probably the best match on the entire show, and it wasn't the main event. Some of the best Mania matches, again, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25. If not, the greatest WrestleMania match of all time was not a main event. So, Bianca and Rhea can go out there and give you guys a 4.5 or 5-star classic. There's no problem with it not being a main event. If Rhea and Bianca is the best match on night 1, it's not the main event, you're still going to talk about it. Rhea versus Charlotte still gets talked about from WrestleMania, 38? It wasn't the main event. So I have no problem if Rhea and Bianca is the match. It doesn't main event. If they give me a 4.5-star match and it's one of the best matches of the weekend, I have no problem with that. So I'm going with Bianca Belair as the winner of the Women's Chamber. And after that, I think the next match will be probably Trish, Tiffany versus Nia, and Candice. I don't see in no way that Trish and Tiffany doesn't win. So that's my opinions on that match. Trish and Tiffany wins. Then after that, I think the next match will probably be Kevin Owens. Oh, whoa, hold on. In the middle. No, I think they'll do Kevin Owens and Sammy. No, let's go and do The Rock. I think The Rock segment will be next after that. You pick the crowd back up after the Trish and Tiffany match. So, The Rock segment, guys. Now, there was a lot of pushback last week with The Rock's promo with Cody. It was kind of awkward. Listen, The Rock's older now, guys. So he may stumble over his words. He may go on a tangent with saying the same thing over and over again. But he's still The Rock. So, there was a lot of talk about this Mania having no juice compared to last year, where the juice was The Rock. So, this year's Mania build so far, again, it was kind of they're going in this direction. I thought to go this direction. So, it was kind of lacking. The Rock comes back last week. I mean, come on. The Rock comes back, you tune in. You saw the ratings. They drew 1.7 million last week? The Rock boosted the show. So, I have no problem with The Rock coming back. The one problem I do have is just this in and out. It's in and out. So we had the Bad Blood stuff, which end of the show, he gave you the 1, 2, 3, and then the slow throat slash. That went nowhere. Then people thought The Rock was going to show up at Survivor Series at the end with the, Roman Reigns and Punk one. They're like, okay, The Rock's showing up. We got no Rock. Then the Rumble happens. We get no Rock. So you're like, okay, is The Rock showing up or not? Okay, but that's the one thing he doesn't need to do. You're in or you're out. But again, it's The Rock. He can do what the hell he wants to do. So The Rock is back. Now, the whole thing of The Rock being Vince McMahon now, the leader of the company, he's the boss. What he says goes. Is Cody Rhodes going to sell his soul to The Rock? We saw last night on SmackDown. The Rock did give Cody a truck. He had food in his dressing room. The Rock tried his best. He might try again tonight with something else. But I think at the end of the day, Cody Rhodes will not sell his soul. We all know this. He's probably the hottest babyface, selling the most merchandise. He's not turning heel yet. Maybe 2 or 3 years down the line. Maybe. But we know Cody is not going to sell his soul. So, with that happening, The Rock's probably going to take offense. He's going to be pissed. He may leave the ring and you know what? He'll be like, I'll find me another corporate champion. So let's go ahead and get into KO and Sammy, and then we'll get into the main event. So, KO and Sammy. I know some people are pissed. Oh, this should be the WrestleMania match. Ooh. Listen, guys. Randy Orton is still out there. I think we're still going to get Randy versus Kevin Owens. Does Randy Orton show up tonight and RKO Kevin Owens, which will give Sami Zayn the win? Probably. I think that's the most logical scenario we get. We get Randy Orton comes back, RKO's Kevin Owens, Sami gets the victory tonight. Then people are saying, then what does Sami Zayn do? There's no way they would do Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Listen here, guys. You don't get everything you want in life. Do I have a problem with Sami Zayn going from facing Gunther from last year's WrestleMania to the year before, he was with Kevin Owens in the main event, to facing Karrion Kross? Now, as much as we don't like it, Triple H has 7 weeks. He has 7 weeks to make us believe in Karrion Kross. Now, I think Sami Zayn's going to do his damnedest. He's one of the best wrestlers. He gets you invested in everything. So I don't have a problem with Sami versus Karrion Kross because Sami's going to do his best. He's like the Daniel Bryan. Whatever Daniel Bryan did, he got you invested. And I think Sami can get us invested in a Karrion Kross match. So that'll be my little way for KO. I think KO's going to face Randy. Sami will face Karrion Kross. We'll see how it goes, guys. Main event. This is some intriguing stuff here. Now, this is where The Rock's favor is going to come. The Rock's corporate champion will come in effect because, again, we all believe Cody Rhodes is going to say no. So that will lead The Rock to he needs to find a new corporate champion. The participants are John Cena, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre. They got Jake Paul up here. It's Logan Paul, people. It's not Jake Paul. Logan Paul and Damian Priest. Now, let's do factor of elimination here, people. Reports were last month was going to be Drew versus Damian Priest. Do I still think they're going to lean towards Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest at WrestleMania? Listen, man. Listen here. I think Triple H will stick to Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest at WrestleMania. So that eliminates Drew McIntyre and eliminates Damian Priest. Seth Rollins, eliminated. I see Roman Reigns coming again. A lot of interference in these chamber matches tonight. I had Jade Cargill. Now I got freaking Roman Reigns interfering, and I had Randy Orton's interfering earlier in the night. So I think Roman's going to come back. He's going to cost Seth Rollins and CM Punk. So I see Roman spearing Seth Rollins and CM Punk, which will whoever pins Punk, pins Rollins. I see both of them eliminated, and that will set up, again, I'm not in favor of Roman versus Punk versus Rollins 3-way. I see that as you're taking up so much space from the card. Where, for example, Roman versus Rollins by itself works. You could have put Punk in other feuds, which we'll get into, but I think they're going to be gun-ho sticking of Roman versus Rollins versus Punk being the night one main event at WrestleMania. So that leaves us to, I've eliminated everybody. Oh, Logan Paul, he's not winning. He's eliminated too. I think John Cena, he's been the plan since what? Going back to December was reports from WrestleVotes was that Cena versus Cody is the plan since December. Now with The Rock being back and needing a new corporate champion, I think John Cena is the winner of the chamber. Does The Rock help Cena win? I say no. This is what I think will happen, guys. I think John Cena will win. Cody Rhodes will come down, be like, okay, me and you Cena at WrestleMania. Then I see The Rock coming down, and then John Cena giving The Rock a look of like, okay, what is he doing? I think The Rock and John Cena, the two-man Hollywood power trip, people. I can see The Rock. I see The Rock eventually teams with John Cena. Again, what? John's got 35 dates, I think, after the chamber, and then again, I have no problem with John Cena and The Rock probably being the two-man power trip, but do I think that's my gut? My gut is still telling me it'll be John Cena wins the chamber. I think he could, or you can do it this way: John Cena wins the chamber. The Rock doesn't come down. We end the show with Cody and John Cena. And we make our build to WrestleMania. You have 7 weeks build to WrestleMania. The Rock helps John Cena beat Cody Rhodes. And we get a WrestleMania 17 ending of where you had McMahon helps Austin beat The Rock. You flip the roles. The Rock helps John Cena because he's so desperate. Well, again, John hasn't won a match in over 2,000 plus days. He's so desperate to win the title. He sells his soul to The Rock. So I'm still going with John Cena. He's been the prediction. He's been the plan since December. Now, we could get some other funky stuff where Drew McIntyre, I've seen people saying Drew McIntyre could be The Rock's corporate champion. McIntyre wins. We get McIntyre and The Rock to, again, go against Cody. I can see that, but again, that's too predictable in my opinion. Let's go with unpredictable. The unpredictable is John Cena winning and then becoming a heel. We wanted this for how long, people? How long have we been saying we need John Cena to go heel? Now I can see some pushback. Even if John Cena goes heel, he will still sell his merchandise. Look what happened to Roman Reigns. Roman was a babyface. People were booing. As soon as this man turned heel, his merchandise was flying off the shelves. Even I bought a Roman Reigns t-shirt when Roman turned heel. So I have no problem. Let's go with unpredictable. Unpredictable is Cena winning and joining The Rock. That's my final prediction, guys. We're going with John Cena wins the chamber. So predictions are, guys, we got Cena, Bianca Belair, Trish and Tiffany, and then I'm going with Sami Zayn, and then Cody rejects The Rock. Even though that was a nice ass truck, Cody rejects The Rock tonight. So you guys comment down below. I may go live for it tonight. I'm gonna try to set some stuff up I can go live for you guys, but if we go live, I'll let you guys know in the chat down here on Twitter, Instagram. are all down below, guys. I've reactivated all that stuff, so that's all down below. If I do go live, I'll set up a post in the comment section, let you guys know I'm going to go live. But those are my predictions for the Chamber tonight. Give me your guys' predictions for the Chamber tonight, and I'll catch you guys later tonight. If we go live, we'll go live. If not, I'll have a review up. So either or, you will see me again tonight, people. Have a safe day.